Forget the apple. The true story of the forbidden fruit, the one that sealed a goddess's fate and whispered secrets of the cosmos, begins with a blood-red orb, heavy with the weight of myth. Before it was a symbol of paradise lost, the pomegranate was the emblem of life's violent, beautiful cycle. From the fertile crescent of Mesopotamia to the sun-bleached shores of Greece, its form was seen as a divine omen. Its crown-like calyx hinted at royalty, while its leathery crimson skin, when broken, revealed a massacre of jewel-like seeds. This wasn't just a fruit, it was a bleeding heart, a tangible metaphor for the brutality of creation and the promise of rebirth. This potent symbolism culminated in the foundational myth of the underworld, the capture of Persephone. A single bite, a few ruby seeds, and her fate was eternally bound to the shadows. But beneath the myth lies a deeper, more perplexing mystery. Ancient cultures, separated by vast oceans of time and terrain, developed a shared obsession not just with the fruit, but with the precise number of seeds held within its chambered heart. From Babylon to Athens, priests and mystics meticulously counted them, believing this number wasn't random. They were convinced it was a deliberate cipher, a mathematical key left behind by the gods to unlock the very architecture of the universe. But why? What cosmic equation could possibly be hidden inside a simple fruit? From the underworld shadow, the pomegranate re-emerged into the sun, not as a myth, but as treasure. Carried in chests of fragrant cedarwood, it traveled the arteries of the ancient world, the Silk Road. Here, among merchants of spice and silk, its meaning was traded along with its flesh. The fruit's divine baggage was not discarded, it was repurposed. Empires saw themselves in its structure, a tough, leathery exterior protecting a multitude of subjects within, each seed a citizen, bound together in a perfect, geometric whole. This wasn't just a metaphor, it became a divine blueprint. In Jerusalem, King Solomon ordered the capitals of his temple's great pillars to be carved into the form of pomegranates, their crowned calyxes a direct link between earthly power and heavenly design. To look up was to see God's chosen fruit sanctifying the architecture of man. This sacred geometry rippled across civilizations. In Persia, it was a promise of an empire's eternal fertility. In Rome, a symbol of union. The fruit's image was woven into royal tapestries, stamped onto coins, and etched into the hilts of swords. For European monarchs, it became a staple of heraldry, a declaration of a king's right to rule over a populous and unified kingdom. The pomegranate was no longer just food for the gods. It had been remade into a non-negotiable symbol of earthly dominion, an emblem of power you could hold in your hand, its blood-red juice a testament to life, legacy, and control. From the shadows of myth, the pomegranate began its long journey into the light. Carried out of sacred groves, it became a jewel of the mortal realm, its crimson glow a symbol of power and hidden knowledge. Along the Silk Road, it was more than mere cargo, it was currency, a promise of life traded in dusty caravanserais under desert stars. For millennia, its value was held in story and faith, a truth felt but never measured. Today, that faith is being translated into data. The ancient reverence is validated under the cold lens of a microscope, where scientists isolate its deepest secrets, molecules named punicalagins. These are antioxidants of such staggering potency, they force us to redefine the very category of a superfood. This isn't myth anymore, it's a molecular arms race. The pomegranate is now a frontline weapon in the modern war against our greatest killers, chronic inflammation and cardiovascular disease. But this new empire is built on a different kind of trade route, one of refrigerated containers and global supply chains. Endless, uniform orchards stretch to the horizon, a stark contrast to a single, mythical tree. The fruit, once a rare treasure, is now processed by the ton, its soul distilled into uniform powders and commercial extracts. In pristine laboratories, groundbreaking 2026 clinical trials are probing its power to re-engineer our gut microbiome, a potential key to longevity and cognitive health. We are on the verge of decoding its final secrets. But in quantifying its magic, in turning a symbol of eternity into a global commodity, what vital mystery are we sacrificing in the transaction? The pomegranate's modern chapter is not written on papyrus, but in patent filings and clinical trials. In the booming wellness market of 2026, our fascination has moved beyond the whole fruit. We now pursue its essence with clinical precision, bioactive compounds extracted into sterile capsules, and upcycled rinds transformed into potent skincare serums. We have deconstructed the pomegranate, atomizing it into its most powerful components. For millennia, we were obsessed with the wrong question. We debated the number of seeds Persephone ate, searching for a single, magic number that held the key to its power. But the ancients weren't counting. They were marveling. The true secret wasn't the number, but the concept it represented: multitude within unity. A perfect, self-contained universe of profound complexity. This ancient intuition is now mirrored in the language of biochemistry. Modern science has revealed that the pomegranate contains not one, but hundreds of unique polyphenol. Each tiny, glowing aril is a chemical factory, producing a vast array of compounds that work in systemic harmony. A complex biological network, hidden in plain sight. The myth was never just a story about winter. It was a primitive, poetic attempt to decode biology. Persephone, holding a single, glowing seed, wasn't just a captive queen. She was humanity, standing at the precipice of a powerful discovery. Her journey from the underworld to the world above is the fruit's own journey, from the darkness of ancient myth into the clarifying light of the laboratory. Our oldest stories were not falsehoods, but hypotheses, waiting for the right tools to prove them true.